Hi, everybody. Paul Walsh here once again with Michael Dobbs. Today, we're going to talk about a really, really important function of data and analytics and integrating external data. And that's an integration into an application that helps you scale the value that you get from that understanding. And very specifically, we're going to talk about work that we're doing with our partners at Salesforce.com. So with that, I'm going to turn it right over to Michael. So Michael, go ahead.
Salesforce is a really exciting company right now and a huge trend within the marketplace. And so what we've done at IBM is we've decided in this Salesforce partnership to create a platform that can allow us to work with our clients in order to drive quicker implementation of Salesforce into the marketplace. And then on top of that, add tools to reach out to customers and to drive business. We've really centered this into three different areas of the business. First area, we call it the Customer Insight Center. And this is where retailers today are really needing help driving a 360 view of the consumer and then taking that view in order to drive sales moving forward. The second one we call Anywhere, Anytime. And this is really about making sure that you're delivering value to the customer when they want it and when they need it. And then the third we call the Smarter Contact Center. And this is really about driving a better interaction with the consumer when they call in, when they have questions that they're asking. And what we've done is we've created solutions around the three different areas. So this shows a journey for the grocery platforms. This works within grocery, also works well outside of grocery in other retail areas. How do you develop this 360-degree view of the customer and use that to drive business going forward? The answer is that we use not just the internal data that the retailer has, but we partner that with external data in order to drive a better understanding of where the customer is at and the things that are motivating the customer to purchase at that time. We partner this with AI predictive models and then use this together in order to drive a dashboard that the retailer can use to drive their business further. We partner together from a Salesforce perspective with Marketing Cloud, Service Cloud, and Commerce Cloud. If the partner that we have doesn't necessarily use all three clouds, then we can use the elements that are most relevant in order to drive this interaction with the customer or consumer going forward. So that's the first piece. The second piece, this is really about making sure that the retailer can deliver product, interaction, sales to the customer when and where the customer wants it. So think about being there in store and making sure that the store has the right products in store at the right time, making sure that the customer can get what they're looking for online and can get it delivered at the right time. There are a number of different things that become really crucial here. So how do you make sure that you actually have in inventory the product that you are offering the consumer to buy? What if you're out of stock on the shelf? A lot of today's solutions for home delivery or BOPIS, buy online, pick up in store, a lot of these solutions don't necessarily communicate back to say, oh, we're out of stock of this product, would you like another? And this creates a real problem when picking and ultimately delivering the product. How can we help the retailer to better understand the inventory that they have and make sure that the solutions that they're delivering to the consumer actually are delivering what the consumer is going to want? Finally, if we take a look at this third and final journey, one of the things that we've learned during COVID is that the contact center volume, in other words, the amount of calls that retailers are getting from customers has gone up, sometimes 8-fold. Of course, the problem is contact centers don't scale very well. And so as a result of this, the retailers have been having really hard time answering these calls as they come in and making sure that they are not making the customers wait on phone lines for long times. And so what we've been able to do is create this cognitive contact center using AI in order to answer the customer's problems or questions quickly and in a way that the customer actually wants. This is AI which actually understands the spoken word and can deliver on the things that the customer is looking for. We can actually enable, through this technology, the call center representative to take over the customer's cart and fix whatever problems the customers are having, significantly improving the customer experience. We've created what we would call a customer journey. This shows what a customer could actually experience in store if a retailer were to take all of these different projects and ideas that we have just discussed and implement them in their retail business. We're going to show you a short video after this, so stay tuned. And this video is going to show you what this customer journey could look like moving forward. So with that said, if you've got any questions, feel free to reach out to either Paul or myself. We would love to talk to you more about that. And I hope you enjoy this video. Thank you so much. Meet Jane. She's 42 and a real estate agent. Her husband, Curtis, is an IT manager, and her son, Kevin, is a 9-year-old student. Tara is 30. She's a customer service associate. She loves the team she works with and really appreciates the great systems that help her to help her customers. Simone is the ultimate AI. She's Einstein paired with Watson AI, giving her a seamless voice interface. On the bottom, you can see the legends of technology, capabilities, and KPIs that enable the journey above. Each scene has icons attached which describe the enabling technologies, capabilities, and KPIs of that scene. As this journey begins, it's Sunday afternoon. Jane is planning her week's shopping needs: school, travel, sports. Jane is planning a Memorial Day party. She's checking out ideas on Pinterest. She gets a notification from her grocery mobile app that suggests that she tries Simone, their new digital assistant. Jane selects Voice and begins to chat with Simone, her new one point of contact. Jane is talking to Simone and describing the event: 14 people, outdoors, healthy options. Simone shows Jane many great suggestions, different platters and grillables, including Beyond Burgers. Jane swipes all of it into her cart and picks a 3 p.m. Saturday delivery. Jane is speaking with a client who mentions a new organic oat milk. Sounds great. Jane opens her app and adds it to her order. Kevin reminds Jane that he has a soccer game Saturday at 3:30. Jane's on Facebook, so she simply uses Messenger to reschedule the grocery delivery. Tara, the customer service rep, gets a message and quickly reschedules the delivery. Jane receives a message from her app that the weather will be really warm on the day of her party. Simone is recommending to add cold drinks that she likes. Jane adds them with a swipe. It's really nice out, so Jane stops by her local grocery store to pick up some grilling meats for tonight. She's disappointed that her favorite cut is sold out. The meat manager immediately offers to cut her some fresh steaks. Jane opens her app and praises the meat manager. Moments later, the store manager gets a notice of the praise and sends a $5 thank you to both the meat manager and to Jane. While shopping, Jane scans a carton of organic oat milk and immediately sees information about the farm where it was raised, as well as a digital offer. The store manager gets a notice that one of his top shoppers is in the store, so he walks over to say hello. A few days later, Jane calls customer service. She's upset because the bread that was delivered to her is not gluten-free. Simone uses sentiment analysis to understand that Jane is upset and immediately transfers her to the manager, who offers Jane $5 off of a future purchase. Jane's happy that she's so valued. Jane is driving to an early morning meeting and gets an offer to stop in a store that's just miles away for a cup of coffee. Simone knows Jane is close to a store, and it's early, and Jane usually likes coffee at this time. So Simone makes this offer to bring Jane in store. Curtis, Jane's husband, gets an urgent romaine recall notification. He's already been given credit for the purchase. Store managers all get notification to remove the romaine lettuce. Thanks to Food Trust, they know only to remove the affected products. It's Sunday morning and the grocery order for the party arrives. Everything's great, except the avocados were squished. Jane opens the app and complains and immediately gets an immediate refund. Simone receives notification of Jane's complaint, confirms the details, and immediately authorizes the refund. It's Sunday evening and the party was great. Jane posts pictures on Facebook noting how easy everything was thanks to her new friend Simone. The next morning, Tara sees the post and calls Jane to thank her. While they're talking, Tara offers to help planning for Curtis's birthday party. As we can see, Jane's life and shopping engagement has really been simplified, and the retailer's business and KPIs, including sales and profitability, have significantly improved too. All this thanks to IBM's and Salesforce's grocery partnership.